We have the tech to get food delivered in 15 minutes, but we all have horror stories about buying tickets. The Game Time app gives fans the advantage. Get amazing tickets in just a few taps. Fees are included, so what you see is what you pay. And the Game Time guarantee means authentic tickets at the best price every time. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets to concerts, sports, comedy, and more with Game Time. Download the Game Time app and create an account for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply.
First down and 10 at their own 10-yard line. Tevin Coleman with some running room. Tevin Coleman down the sideline. Coleman, one man to beat. Tevin Coleman's going to go 90 yards, and Indiana takes the lead. Randall scrambles, thought about the pitch, keeps it himself down the sidelines. He could go. Antoine Randall touchdown. To the end zone, that's hauled in with one hand by McCulley. Touchdown, Indiana.
Welcome to episode 209 of the podcast you turned into for your listening pleasure, the Hoosier Happy Hour podcast. We are still in the season preview, prediction, whatever we call this thing where we just waste your time talking about teams we do some research on for about 30 minutes. And we just tell you about them so we can freak you guys out weeks before the game.
Or get you hyped.
Speaking of games, Brandon's here. I forgot to introduce Brandon.
Hey,
Brandon's here. No Seth.
Not on an iPad. On an iPad. On an actual computer.
He sounds great, huh? Yeah, but I'm on an actual computer and mic, and we have had quite the technical difficulty this evening. So starting about 35 minutes later than normal, but we will fly through this and get you guys the information you're here for while maintaining the quality that you're here for. So we are, as of recording date, 18 days away from opening kickoff in Bloomington. Could not be more excited by the time.
The mornings are starting to feel like football weather. The mornings.
Yes,
it's getting pretty hot. It's one of those starts in the 50s, ends in the 80s. But the mornings are starting to feel like football.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the mornings are. You got the little dew on the windows if you park outside. You got all that stuff going on. It's you can feel it. You can feel the football in the air right around the corner. So by the time this gets released, we'll be 17 days away. So even more pumped. So real quick rundown in case you're like an Ohio State fan joining into this nonsense for some reason, or if you're just joining on game 11 of this schedule preview. We do a quick run around the program, kind of update everything that's happened between last time we recorded, which was last week, to this one. We'll give you a quick schedule preview of the 11th game of the season against Ohio State. And then we'll do some randos. No Seth, so no sack. But we'll get through it. We'll get right to it. In this last week, we've had some preseason watch list announcements. I put them kind of in order of recency, and then I put my favorite one at the end because I think everybody knows who that is. So I'll start with the first one today. Aiden Fisher named to the Buckeyes Award, which is best linebacker watch list. We have, and then I'll let Brandon comment on these after we go through them. Elijah Sarrett, Blitnikoff Award watch list, best wide receiver. James Evans on the Ray Guy watch list. Solomon Van Horst on the College Football Comeback Player of the Year watch list. I've not seen this one before. Zach Horton on the John Mackey Award watch list. And another one I've never seen before until I did some research on it. My boy, D'Angelo Pons, is on the LOT Impact, which stands for a bunch of stuff. Integrity, blah, 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 blah. Trophy Award. Brandon, anything stick out to you? Any surprises? Anything you want to add to these preseason watch lists?
I think Evans could win the Ray Guy, honestly.
Good.
Sarrett, I think it's just too crowded of a room for him to get enough numbers, but I think it shows that his talent is recognized. Same with Aiden Fisher. Horton, we haven't seen the Shanahan offense to really know how involved tight ends are, but that seems unlikely. but I don't remember a season where we've had 5, 6 watch guys. I think that shows the standard of talent that is on this team is unlike previous years. Shocking to see no McCulley. Shocking to see no Carter Smith. Those would be the only two that I'm a little surprised aren't at least just mentioned, because there's like 50 guys on this list. Like, it's not a pared down list.
Yeah. And people can be added throughout the season too.
Of course.
I think.
Yeah.
And then I'm trying to think. There could be a couple more that still come out. So yeah, I'm with you on like Mike Kadick. I think maybe like winter watch list or best defensive tackle CJ West, James Carpenter, maybe even on that one. Who knows? I mean, this is just all for S's.
Did you see what Carter Smith said about a D lineman?
No, what'd he say?
So it was after the scrimmage. It was either an interview on Saturday or Sunday. I'm trying to think. Doesn't really matter the day, but Carter Smith said Mikel Kamara is a handful.
Oh, I did see that. I did see that. Yeah.
And Carter Smith's seen some guys. He has seen some guys in his 2 years of play in the Big Ten when he's played against guys on the Michigan line, the Ohio State line, the Penn State line. A lot of NFL talent Carter Smith has seen lined up against him. For him to make that comment about him, buddy, that grabbed my my ears perked when I heard that.
I've talked to you guys, I think last week, about how he kind of stood out to me on some of these highlight tapes of how big he is. And, we'll talk here in a minute about the Big Ten camp. They came through, the Big Ten Network show came through the camp. But let's continue on here. We had some bad news, I guess you would say, or kind of bad news here with some scrimmage injuries. Brandon, you kind of know a little bit more about it. I believe JoJo Johnson maybe on that list, a possible starting cornerback, and then a couple other people. Do you know any updates on where those guys stand? Or
man, outside of being week to week, Saban started it like a decade ago. There's just no advantage to giving any sort of timetable or any sort of detailed. So it's a bummer. I mean, it could be out for the year, half a season, or could be geared up for game 1 against FIU. We don't know. All we know is week to week.
Yeah. And that
honestly, did you hear just what happened to Texas? They lost their number 1 and number 2 running back.
Oh no.
I mean, but I'm just saying, like, those injuries stink. Yeah. Those injuries stink. But they're at positions I feel good about, right? Well, maybe not corner, but I'm not freaking out about any of the injuries yet.
No, not yet. And hopefully, fingers crossed, knock on wood, nothing else happens. So quick rundown. I don't know if you watched the show or not. I just caught it today. I watched it today when I was supposed to be working.
I have not got a chance to watch it yet.
It's so corny and typical, and real short interviews with the players. And they did interview Coach Sig. You can imagine how that went. Interviewed Brian Haynes. I thought that was a really good one. And I thought Mike Shanahan's interview was really good. You talked about what to expect from his offense. One of the players he talked about was Zach Horton, and about how he stood out and how he expects a big season from him. So, and of course, it's another JMU guy that he's brought over. So, you expect him to kind of talk about those guys, but a pretty good show. If you haven't seen it, I'm sure there's replays like nonstop throughout the day. I'm sure you can throw it on the DVR or whatever. We do nowadays, whatever YouTube TV calls it, library.
TiVo.
There you go. TiVo.
Fire it up.
Throw in the VHS tape
Fire
and
it
set
up.
the record. Man, that used to be stressful to know if you actually recorded a game or something or not. Another super kind of skeptical / maybe really exciting news coming out about Juju.
I don't know how you can be skeptical. I mean, I'm full-blown hopes up.
Yeah. I think at this point, the Juju train is in almost full go. Who was it? Tom Loy of 24/7.
There's been a number of people that have piggybacked it too. He was the first one about 24 hours ago.
Yeah. Yeah, he's been on it for months.
But then it's been said about a half a dozen times by about a half a dozen people in the last 24 hours. I mean, and then of course, because the kid's just savvy at social media, he made a, ominous, maybe not ominous, but like just like a sporty quote on his Instagram. He's loving this. Good. He should.
Of course. Wouldn't you?
He's 17.
Wouldn't you love it?
He's 17. Have fun.
Yeah, just so guys, if you don't know Juju, that's Julian Lewis, the 5-star composite 5-star quarterback out of Georgia. So yeah, and I thought that was weird. I thought of course IU gets involved and they knock him down a star, right? But he's composite number 3 quarterback in the country. Composite. Yeah. Right. So he's still ranked number 7 on 24/7 as far as overall quarterback rankings go. Very impressive, dude. I watched his whole highlight tape. I mean, 48 touchdowns and 2 interceptions.
Does he not remind you of Tua in just his ball placement?
He does.
His
arm strength is out of this world, dude. It's crazy to watch him swing that ball down the field. They were
tiny.
Perfect.
He's tiny.
Yeah, 6'1" and under 200 pounds. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Fingers crossed. What they're saying is it's basically a kind of a 2.5 horse race at this point. They don't expect USC to be involved really anymore. They don't expect him to be committing to their long term or for sure come signing day. They've mentioned the aforementioned in the previous podcast, the Colorado Buffaloes, and Auburn is still kind of hanging around.
Colorado.
Yeah. We're not going to get into their crap again, but
I did find out Warren Sapp is their D-line coach, though. So
yeah, whatever sort of circus they can continue to put on in Boulder, they're going to continue to do it. Just Juju as long as it's not with CBS.
Yes, what a sound bit. Juju is playing at like 7 or 8 p.m. this Friday on like ESPNU because it's the opening weekend of high school football. So you're definitely going to want to fact check on me on what channel it is on and what time. But Friday evening, if you got no plans, if you're maybe solo parenting and the kids are in bed, go watch Juju Lewis probably throw for 400 yards.
It looks like they're going to be on
Carrollton,
maybe
Georgia.
The ESPN Plus. Yeah, they're going to be playing Langston Hughes, Georgia. On ESPN2, it says. ESPN2.
Whoa.
Yeah, on the 18th, right? Is that right? Is that Saturday? 16th. Do they play a Saturday? 16th.
For this Friday, the 16th, because we have a product launch. So
this one shows 8/18 for some reason. Live stream August. Oh, that was last year. Wow. Good job. Good reading.
Comprehension.
Yeah.
Strong comprehension.
Yeah, dude. I just saw August and just rolled with it. I don't see any. Oh, here we go. Scrimmage highlights against Cambridge. That was 2 days ago. I don't know. We'll find it. If we see anything, we'll tweet it out. Here's scrimmage game 4 days ago. I don't know, maybe it's a scrimmage game. But there's
sure
something about ESPN2 being on here. First game of the season. Here it is. Next, at Woodward Academy, 8/16. First game of the season, ESPN2.
There
you go.
ESPN2.
So I was right. Just wrong here. So, all right, moving on. Let's keep going. Game 11 at Ohio State. Let's get in. We don't have to, I guess, but we
super sim this. Everyone listening, just super sim this.
Super sim. Here we go. Series history. Ohio State 79, IU 12. Previous meeting was the home opener, actually the season opener, when Ohio State visited Bloomington. The final score, IU 3, Ohio State 23. And this game
was so good for the first half. The first half.
Yeah. Some sort of like false sense of security and like started to make us feel kind of good about the defense, but it was an automatic, should have been a total red flag, massive red flags, bigger than the victory flag about the anti-Walt Bell movement. But it just took a few more weeks before that actually took flight. We don't need to talk about it. It was an uneventful game. There was a lot of just two teams kind of feeling each other out. One team was really good. The other team was crap. So, Largest margin of victory, Ohio State 56-0 back in 1957. And IU, the last win was our largest margin of victory. IU 41, Ohio State 7 in 1988. You heard that right. That was the last time we won a game.
My birth year.
Yeah, I was
What's up?
2 years old,
My
or
birth
almost
year.
2 years old. Good for you. All right. Without looking at the draft books, I put in their preseason over-under wins before double checking what it was. I had 10.5. That was correct.
Boom.
The only issue with that 10.5 is I'm not sure they're going to put anybody higher than 10.5, but they're going to put the over at minus 175, which is like the biggest tease ever. And I can't wait to get through the schedule because I haven't looked at it at all, but I'm assuming if you're going to put the over that high, or
Like
I
a
guess that
guaranteed
low,
11.
yeah, it's
Guaranteed
guaranteed
11.
at least 11. And the under at plus 145. That's more Brandon's realm there with the betting stuff. We'll find out which way we're going to go later, unless you want to get into it now.
Okay, so minus 175. Hey, guy, anyone listening, you don't take a minus
You
175
don't
bet.
take that unless you're parlaying something.
Yeah, if you and even that you need to parlay at least 3 before you get that into plus money. You just avoid minus 175.
Mm-hmm.
Just do it. Avoid it.
Well, there we go.
Here's one you're going to avoid even more.
Uh-oh.
To make
Chances
the
to win the
playoff.
Big Ten? Oh, okay.
To make the playoff, minus 650. I've never even seen an odds book put anything that high.
Insane. That is insane. Maybe
Minus
like Alabama a couple
650
years ago.
To be a top 12 team.
What's Georgia? Do we know?
I can look it
Oh,
up.
to be a top 12 team, but I bet you Georgia's probably higher.
No, so no, they're Ohio State's number 1. They're number 1 to
Really?
make the playoff at minus 650.
Okay.
To
All right.
win the Big Ten title.
Oh,
To win the Big Ten title.
1,000?
Minus 240.
Oh, they're not this high. Okay.
But
Minus
still.
240. Oh, because
like, that's
Oregon. Oregon's there. They're gonna give them some trouble.
But that's still in. So
Very
that isn't
high.
to win the Big Ten championship game. That is to
Win the
have
title.
that's to win the regular season title.
Okay.
To win the conference, plus 155. So that's actually pretty good odds. To win is it in Indy? It's always in Indy, right? To win
sure
in
that's
Indy.
not the other way around? To win the title would be the conference championship game, and to win the conference would be regular season. I'm just asking. I'm not fact checking anything.
As you should. Let me look because it sounds fishy. It does sound fishy. Let me pull up the old DraftKings Sportsbook.
Because if that's probably the highest odds, but then I'm assuming Oregon's probably pretty close. In that same category at probably plus 250, plus 300.
So you are.
Then,
I've already been wrong. My notes are already terrible.
there you go.
To win the whole thing, they're plus 380. Okay. Georgia is higher at plus 300. So they are second best to win the national championship. To go to the playoff, they are the top at minus 650. Georgia's minus 600. Okay. That's still insane.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. This is conference winner. Conference Big Ten championship winner. Big Ten championship winner. Plus 155.
And they're top, right?
Yep. And what I got wrong, they're minus 240 to make the championship game. So to play in the title game.
Finish in the top 2 of the Big Ten.
Minus 240.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, those are insane no matter how you put it.
And then last one that I want to say this is Heisman, their quarterback plus 1,500.
I'm not betting on that one.
Me
There's
neither.
another
It is
player.
16-1. It is 16-1.
There's another player I'd take a flyer on, and we'll talk about him here in just a little bit because this guy, oh my goodness. I can't wait to talk about some of these players, dude.
He's plus 6,500, by the way. The guy you want to talk about.
The one I'm hinting at.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's keep going. Let's get out of the betting odds here for a little bit. Head coach doesn't matter. We're not even going to talk about him. We hate him. I do. Moving on. Key players, and we're going to talk a little bit about their offense. It's going to be elite again. Were they blow you out of the water offense last year? No. They were number one in the Big Ten, but they weren't anything that was like top nation of really any individual stat. I think that kind of came down to the quarterback play, if we're being honest. I mean, Kyle McCord, not the best quarterback in the world, had some incredible outside talent with him, with Cade Stover, Marvin Harrison Jr., 2 running backs that went to the NFL. So, I mean, had a lot of good stuff around him, an incredible offensive line.
I mean, Mbuka
was disappointing last year, but still very good. I think he was one of the guys, I think when we originally, or maybe did the game preview for him, I think I called all 3 of their wide receivers to be top wide receiver picks. And he was super disappointing. We'll talk about him in a minute. Let's talk about their offensive coordinator, because this is interesting. Chip Kelly, not fired from UCLA, just decided to quit, take a step down, be an offensive coordinator, a co-offensive coordinator at that. With Brian Hartline, who's been there forever, it seems like, at Ohio State. So don't expect anything too crazy high-powered like you expected or saw forever at Oregon. It's just going to be another solid, hey, look, we've got NFL players everywhere. We're going to spread it around. We may run all over you this game. We may pass all over you this game. We may do both, balance it up. So I think they'll be number 1 in the Big Ten again in offense, or maybe number 2. Oregon might get them. It'll be impressive either way. So don't.
For those that don't keep up, no Kevin Wilson.
No Kevin Wilson. He's been gone for this will be his second year out. I think. At Tulsa, is he still there? Or did he get fired yet?
No clue.
He's probably still there. Okay, Brandon, you're gonna have to convince me on this guy. I'm gonna go through his stuff and I'm gonna sit back and I want you to tell me why he's good. Their quarterback is where we're gonna start. Will Howard, Brandon hinted at him already at being a high-end Heisman hopeful. I don't get it. He's 6'5", 240. He's real big. He can move. Got a decent arm. Last year threw the ball at a 61% clip. Didn't blow you out of the water with yards. 2,600 yards throwing. 24 touchdowns. 10 interceptions and sacks 16 times. Okay, but he can run. Shade over 350 on the ground, 9 touchdowns, and had a 70-yard touchdown run. Again, he's 6'5", 240 pounds. So imagine Anthony Richardson, but 20 pounds lighter, and somebody that can complete passes at 61%. On his career, and Brandon, you tell me if this is good or bad, he has 48 touchdowns passing, 25 interceptions. Usually a 2-to-1 clip, not the greatest as far as touchdown to interceptions go, right?
Yeah, this guy, he has won me a lot of money, but I've also almost broken a few TVs because of him. He's just a gunslinger, dude. He's a baller. He wants to run through you. He wants to throw over you. He's got the size of Richard Legault, the arm of Richard Legault, but he can actually run. I love this kid. I think he's such a gamer. I think he tries a little too hard. That's where I think the coaching of Ohio State might be the best thing for him. And I know you hate that.
You're going to get a lot better coaching at Ohio State than you are. Well, from the coordinators, I'm going to press that real hard again. From the coordinators and the position coaches than you would at K-State where he transferred from.
So, he is literally just a gunslinger but also isn't afraid to tuck and run it. When he transferred, I absolutely hated it because I've rooted for this guy for the last 2 seasons, and now I absolutely will not root for this guy, which breaks my heart a little bit. But yeah, Will Howard was part of a lot of big upsets in Manhattan and a part of a few absolute duds in Manhattan. But if you can get it done there, I think he can get it done at Ohio State. I don't think because he throws interceptions, because he isn't throwing 75%, I don't think he sniffs the Heisman. Just because he doesn't play the prettiest football all the time. But man, I was a fan of Will Howard, and I hated that he went here.
Yeah. Here is some stuff I read that was interesting with him being that high of a Heisman hopeful. I have read some doubts, or maybe some people that aren't super convinced by him, and whether or not that's because he's not shown up so well in spring or in fall practice, or if that's because of the depth of incredible talent. Well, one guy I'm not super sold on, but incredible talent behind him, right? You've got Devin Brown. That's who I'm not super sold on. You saw him a lot last year in different packages. Not a huge fan of him. You got Alabama transfer and top quarterback, I think, out of 2022 class, and Julian Sayin. He came over. And you've got some other guys that have been with the program for a while. I don't know their names off the top of my head, but there's stuff behind him in case he slips. And from what I've read, I don't think they're going to be too afraid to pull it. So keep your eye out for that.
I mean, it's national championship or bust this year. They will pull
100%.
him. They will pull him if he's not getting it done.
Here's the quote I read. It's no more just beat Michigan and make the playoff. It's win the national championship. And this is why they're going to do it, or at least be there. If they don't run the ball like 50 times a game, I don't know what they're doing. They've got two absolute studs, and one guy that literally blew me out of the water when I dug into his stats and watched his highlights. First guy, Travion Henderson, you know him. He's been there forever. I think he was over 1,000 yards as a freshman. Coming back for his senior year, went 926 as a junior, 11 touchdowns. Also had almost 250 yards receiving. He's got the whole package. He's an NFL running back. He's big, strong, fast, quick. Like, he's everything, right? I don't know if he's going to be the number one running back, because there's a guy named Quinshawn Judkins. And if you guys haven't played NCAA 25, I haven't played with him, but apparently he is a cheat code. His spin move, I watched, this is the highlight I watched, is out of this world. Nobody can tackle him. There's stuff from this game where there's literally all 11 players from the other team around him, and he spins through everybody and takes off. This dude is an an Ole Miss transfer. I think Seth is super big on this guy. I literally wrote, "Oh my God," because that's what I said out loud while doing the research on this guy. Over 1,000 yards the last 2 years, over 15 touchdowns in each of the last 2 years. He ran for 1,158 yards last year. This dude is good, Brandon. And he's fast, and he can twitch, and he can catch the ball, and he's gonna win the Heisman. I'm just gonna end it right there. Like, he's so good. What do you have on him?
Give me a second.
Uh-oh.
If
He's
if you give a $10 bet, that wins you $760.
I'm gonna put $10 on him as soon as we finish recording.
A $1 bet.
God, he's so good.
A $1 bet gets you $76.
I don't know which one I'll do. Maybe I'll do both, which sounds stupid, but I'll do both. Why did he leave Ole Miss? And why did he come to Ohio State? Why
Go win a national championship. Go win a national championship.
He's so good.
He is the number one, by the way.
Yeah. They called it 1A, 1B in the order that I read it. And I was thinking, okay, well, this guy's probably got some talent. He's probably pretty good. Oh, my gosh. In the SEC, Brandon, 1,100 yards per season the last 2 seasons and over 15 touchdowns on the ground, not combined, on the ground. Dude is elite, man. He's going to be a lot of fun to watch whenever we're not playing him. Wide receivers, right? I mean, Emeka Ibuka, another name everybody knows. He's been around for, I think this is his junior year. He was supposed to be the big number 2 breakout wide receiver for them last year, and it just didn't happen. 515 yards, 4 touchdowns. I mean, is it quarterback play? Is it
a lot
him
of that
having the hype not, catching up to him? I don't know,
No.
but he's
I
got
think
to
he's a
step
stud.
up now, man.
think he's
This
a
is it. This is his year to be the number one. No more standing in MH Junior's shadow. And then he's got a couple other guys, a couple true freshmen with him that should start. Jeremiah Smith and Mylan Graham. Mylan Graham out of New Haven, Indiana. That's up by your side of the town, right?
Yeah, Northwest Indiana.
They're going to start. Jeremiah Smith is a scary one. He's big. I think 6'5". He's going to be a real big deep threat for him, kind of the replacement for Marvin Harrison Jr. And then Graham will be in the slot. Not a lot of experience, obviously, between those two, but they're going to walk right in. As I didn't look to see what they are, but I'm assuming 5-star, very high 4-star recruits. Won't be a problem, right? Do you have anybody else you want to talk about? They did lose a lot at the tight end position, and they don't have a lot to fill it in with, but I don't know if it's really going to matter.
No, it's not going to matter. The line's they brought in some highly ranked transfers.
Big time transfers. They lost a
and
lot.
this is going to be the number 1 offense in the Big Ten. I see you. I hear you, Dylan Gabriel in Oregon. This will be the number 1 offense in the Big Ten.
Yeah. If it's not, it's going to be number 2, and it's going to be real close. Like, it's not going to be a big gap. But they are just loaded. But the kind of the overall, I guess, if you didn't already get the gist, is blah, blah, blah. Different year, same shit, right? Like, it's just stacked everywhere. And it gets worse for us, Brandon, because on the other side of the ball, the second-ranked scoring defense and third overall defense in the nation returned 7 starters, and the people that left are being replaced with equal or better transfers or depth pieces from last year. And it's insane. Like, I didn't even put them all on here. I'm sure you were looking at them going,
couldn't.
We talk about the entire team, maybe outside of a slot corner and a safety, the other safety. Those are the only 2 that you could be
How about you go over your 2 favorite and I'll go over my 2 favorite? How about,
okay.
Is that a better way to do it?
I'm going to start. Yeah.
You did a lot of research and I want to cover all of this, but
yeah.
I think it may be more interesting instead of going positionally.
Yeah. We don't need to do that.
Yeah.
Let me do this. Let me talk about defensive coordinator Jim Knowles. Let's at least give him his shout out. His 3rd season at Ohio State.
He's built a monster.
He has. Let me go top and bottom. Let me go defensive tackle and safety. I'll let you take the other 2 easy ones, the low hanging fruit, if you want.
Yeah.
Defensive tackles, they're 4 deep. And when I say 4 deep, they're 4 deep in all 330 or 300 pounds and monsters. These 2 dudes, Brandon, and you don't hear this because we talked about defensive tackles last week and how good they were. They were at 35 tackles. They were at 28 tackles, right? Tyreek Williams and Ty Hamilton combined for 91 tackles at the defensive tackle position.
That's just swallowing linemen.
Yeah, and they've got pure depth behind them too. Insane. And they get pressure on the quarterback.
I mean, honestly, for one D tackle to have 91 career tackles is like Ring of Honor. The fact that these 2 had it in one season doesn't even make any sense. It honestly doesn't.
Everything that we're about to tell you guys, because I'm assuming Brandon's going to take the 2 probably day 1 draft picks that he's going to talk about. Everything we're going to tell you is going to blow you out of the water. Listen to this one, guys. Safety Caleb Downs. Josh Downs' brother, the Colts wide receiver.
God, I'm so mad. He was my sleeper, 10th round pick this year.
He'll be all right. He'll bounce back.
Now I got to take him in the 15th, maybe.
Maybe. He'll be okay. He'll be back. I think they're just overblowing it a little bit. Alabama transfer. Caleb Downs. You may have heard of him. He was a true freshman last year. I wrote, why is he still in college? And that's because he's only a true sophomore, going into his true sophomore season. Last year, Brandon, buckle up. Second team All-American, first team freshman All-American, first team SEC freshman team, first team SEC team. Not to mention all the other individual awards that he won at Alabama, including the Sean Alexander Award, which is Player of the Year. He's
a big deal at Alabama. Kind of a big deal.
Brandon, 107 tackles as a true freshman in the safety position in 2023. 1 forced fumble, 1 fumble recovery, 2 interceptions, 3 passes defended. He led Bama in tackles as a safety, as a true freshman. This kid, unbelievable. I don't know who I was more blown away by, Caleb Downs or why am I missing his name? Quinshon Judkins. Dude, those
Downs is more impressive on paper, but
yeah.
Judkins is his highlight tape makes you get flashbacks of the greatest of all time.
Yeah, I want to stress this again. As a true freshman, played at Alabama, second team All-American, first team freshman All-American, first team SEC freshman, first team SEC safety. As a true freshman, that's crazy.
This isn't
That's crazy.
USA.
Yeah. All right, pick your 2. I even spelled out how to say his last name.
JTT. Just kidding.
JTT. There you go. Perfect.
DN for Ohio State. JT Tuimalilo. No way I said that. Tuimolo.
Tuimoloau. Or no, Tuimoloau.
Sure.
Tuimoloau. JTT. He'll be a Steeler or something next year.
So he's an All-American. Another one. First Big Ten. So another first team All-Conference. Another one. Again, a D lineman is getting 38 tackles, but the thing that I see, 5 sacks, 1 fumble recovered.
He was the number 2 defensive end last year, Brent.
Yep.
He's gonna shine, bro.
Oh, he's probably gonna have 50 tackles, 7-8 sacks, couple fumble recoveries, because he doesn't need to play the run. He can just pin. When you have the D tackles that Ohio State has, just go get the quarterback. Just go get him. Eat him up.
Yeah,
blow it up in the back.
So good.
And hey, you know what? Teams aren't going to be able to just go the other way because Caden Curry's there. Ever heard of him? Caden Curry of Center Grove is just over there. He's going to get at, they're going to try to double team JT. They're going to try to throw everything at the wall, and Caden Curry's just going to come on the blind side and just
gobble it up. Just gobble it up.
This is the best defensive line in the country. I don't know what Georgia has. I don't know what Alabama has, but I'll say it. I'll go on the SEC network and say the Ohio State defensive line is the best defensive line in the entire country.
And didn't we just slobber all over Michigan last week?
Yep.
And how good their defense was?
Yep. I was wrong.
Dude.
I said this will be the best defense in the Big Ten. It will not be.
Me too, man.
It will not be. I was wrong. I spoke too soon.
Right,
I want to talk about 2 guys because obviously we covered the defensive line, right? Okay, we're not going to run. We can't run, but we got Rourke. We got guys on the outside. We'll be able to throw against these guys.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. They got Denzel Burke and Davison Iggy. Davison Iggy. He's real good.
Igbenison.
They combined for 84 tackles. They combined for 4 turnovers, 13 pass deflections. They're lockdown corners. They really are.
Denzel Burke's really good. Yeah.
Denzel Burke will play in the second team All-American, first team All Big Ten. He will be playing on Sundays. So you can't run him and you can't pass on him. And then you got Caleb Downs back there. What
What do you do? What do you do?
How do you move the ball?
Special teams turnovers.
And Will Howard does turn the ball over.
And him. Yeah, you got to score. I think you got to score special teams and defense.
Pick six?
Both. A couple, probably.
Do you want to?
You got to score while their offense is on the field. Do we need to talk about Jack Sawyer? We need to talk about Jack Sawyer. We talked about him 1,000 times.
Another NFL pick. This is the guy that'll go to the Steelers, by the way.
Yeah. 48 tackles, 6.5 sacks from the linebacker position last year, 2 forced fumbles, 2 passes defended. The dude's he's all over the field.
He's everywhere.
Stereotypical Ohio State middle linebacker. He's very good. That's enough. I just wrote, and I don't know. I don't want to say this. I guess I've cussed enough, so it's fine. I literally just wrote overall. I wrote Jesus Christ. Like I was so done.
I'm so happy they don't play here because the hype train is going to be as it should. The hype train should be real. This is one of the best teams we've covered while doing this podcast that we've done for 5 freaking seasons now. This might be the best team we've ever covered.
Yeah. And we might have, optimistically.
We just covered a national champion in Michigan. Yeah. Big Ten had its first national champion in 11 years.
Yeah.
And this Ohio State team is better than last year's Michigan team.
They're good. If they can get the quarterback play to play the way he should, it should not be a problem.
Schedule time.
Schedule time. Let's do it. Roll through it.
I love this. I just love some of these lines already. These lines.
I saw the opening line, and oh my God.
Akron, the Zippies. Win. Go Zippies. 50.5, folks.
Win and cover.
50.5. Home against Akron, win. Home against Western Michigan, win. We are Marshall, not in Columbus. Win. At Doggy Dookie, Michigan State. Win. At Iowa, who cannot score. 23.5 points. Ohio State covers that.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
I'm flying through it because we have
Hold
not
on.
previewed.
Can I stop you real quick? Because we're not going to talk about Iowa. Have you seen the stats for Cade McNamara? What was he? 7 of 21.
Bad.
20 yards and a pick 6.
They're going to have to win 6-0 every game. They're going to have to win 6-0.
Insane. Okay, continue.
And poor J.J. McCarthy blew out his knee. Torn meniscus.
Yeah.
Hate to see it. So they traveled to Eugene, where they are underdogs.
Yeah.
But weird underdogs because they're still minus 110 to win.
Oh, so what is that under? Is it 3?
No, so it's Oregon. It's Ohio State +1.
Oh,
on the road.
So it's so they're really neutral field -2.
Yeah, so they're saying neutral field, Ohio State's favored, but since it's in Eugene, it's Ohio State +1, but plus plus money.
That's got NBC night game written all over it.
They have that already up. I don't have the time.
Oh, I don't know either.
I give me a second because
I'm a Ohio State hater and an Oregon liker now. I used to be an Oregon lover, but now I can just be a liker. I'm gonna give them.
It is not out. It is not out. The over-under's 58. That game's gonna be awesome.
Yeah,
that game's gonna be 33-30.
I'm giving them an L.
You're giving them an L. I don't.
Yeah, that's all. Just because I'm a little bit biased.
I love this. I wasn't on for the Nebraska. It devastated me. Not on for Nebraska. But they're favored by 26.
Are they at Nebraska?
No, home.
Dang it.
Home.
All right, that's a win.
Then they traveled to Penn State. This was a stinky line. I don't understand it. Stinky line. Ohio State -3.5 in Happy Valley.
Ooh,
only favored by 3.5. I'm hammering Ohio State.
Yeah, I think so.
Win.
Okay.
Then they host Purdue. They'll win by 50.
Uh-huh.
Now, this is a weird game. They don't have the line out yet, and I don't think they lose. But they travel to Northwestern on the lake November 16th.
They're fine. They're fine.
Could be the
I'm
first game
sorry.
they don't cover, though. Could be the first game they don't cover.
No, they're okay. As long as the line's not 50, they'll be okay.
They host Indiana.
That's a win. Sorry, guys.
Then they host Michigan.
That's a win.
-9.5. I don't know how Michigan scores 10 points, to be honest.
Got them at 11-1. You've got them at 12-0. It sounds
12
like.
and 0. 12 and 0. Number one team in the country.
We're both taking it over. I got them at 11-1. I do think that they've got two slippable games, and it's not Northwestern. I think it's the at Penn State and at Oregon will be very tough.
Drew Aller, I don't care what his name is.
I know, bro, but you know that's gonna be a night whiteout, and it's gonna be insane there. If they're good, we're not gonna cover them, so I don't really know a whole lot about them, but there's a lot of hype there, and I
hate this.
They've got the easiest
Ohio
schedule.
State. I don't hate Ohio State like you do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm drinking the Kool-Aid. I'm glad. Those guys that was on the network. I even forget the network we were even on. That's how much I'm over it. But I'm happy I don't have to do Big Banter. Yes, I'm glad I don't have to go on the Ohio State show because
oh god,
you know how insufferable those guys would be.
Oh, it'd be awful. Let me clarify something. If I could replace that Oregon game, the at Oregon, with an at USC, I'm taking that as a win. I'm just biased towards Oregon. I have a Puddles shirt somewhere in my
What
closet.
did you think about the Ducks' weird behavior on the campuses and everything? You like just trolling?
I love it.
Just
I think that they're just like, hey, look, we're here to have a good time. Yeah, we're going to be that school. That hey, we're good at football. We're kind of good at some other stuff, but we've got this goofy mascot that everybody loves, so we're going to go out and do some fun stuff with it to introduce ourselves. I don't think it'll be an every year thing, maybe, but I thought that was pretty cool. I liked seeing him outside of Memorial Stadium with I think the caption was like "Let me in" or something. He was laying down on the ground. Pretty cool. I dig it. I dig it.
Cool.
So.
That's
all right, man.
Schedule time.
Let's roll through. Okay, so if you guys need to sell, buy, or rent a house, this episode is brought to you by. Wow, I skipped over that one a little bit. The guy that you guys need to talk to, the go-to expert in Indiana real estate. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest, as I just said, in a home right here in the heart of the Hoosier country, Garrett Lawton with True Blood Real Estate is the agent you need. He's not just a real estate agent; he's my friend and a Hoosier fan, just like you. Garrett knows Indiana inside and out, from Bloomington to Indianapolis and everywhere in between. Plus, his personalized service makes buying and selling process smooth and stress-free. So if you're ready to make a move, give Garrett a call at 317-410-8851 or visit his website at lawton-realty.com and check everything out. And he will pull up in his cool red Bronco with a soft top, and he will sell you a house. That's it, Brandon. Randos, and then let's get everybody out of here.
Yeah. So I have nothing else to talk about Ohio State. So none of my randos have anything to do with Ohio State because I just can't talk about them anymore.
I hate them.
Okay. Dave Revson. I heard this sound bit when I was trying to kill time until bedtime tonight. He said he does not believe Purdue is the worst team in the Big Ten. He said, I believe there are a few other teams that are worse. Because he's Dave Revson, he did not say. Dave Revson is always the politician. Who do you think Dave Revson thinks are the teams worse than Purdue?
They're both in the same state, Brandon. I think Northwestern and Illinois. Even though isn't he a Northwestern grad? So
he is a Northwestern
step
grad.
out, but they really liked. At least that's what he said. They really liked what they saw here. So I don't think It's us, maybe UCLA, because they went
UCLA,
through the schedule.
The camp notes from UCLA are bad.
Yeah. So I'm thinking maybe UCLA, Illinois. I think Illinois might be the lowest rated team over under in the conference, right? I think 2.5 wins or 3.5 wins for them. I think you can Sharpie Illinois in there as one of them, and then you could probably pencil in UCLA, Northwestern, or IU as another one. But I think we're better than Purdue by quite a bit.
Okay, I agree, and I do think it's Illinois and maybe UCLA would be my guess. I do think Purdue's going to be bad, though. It's all on Hudson Card. It's absolutely on Hudson Card. Yeah. Talk about what people think of us. Bill Connolly, our boy.
The worst.
Bill Connolly has us as the 97th best team in the country, worst in the Big Ten. Any thoughts for Bill? If Bill was on here, what would you say to Bill Connolly?
That's it. Nobody cares, old man. Nobody cares what you have to say, you dirty, dirty old man. That's it.
Last one I have. So I don't listen to the SEC network, but I have a friend who listened to the SEC network, and he named 2 teams who are currently ranked in the top 10 that will finish unranked.
Oh, I didn't
Could you know?
Pull up the standings.
I think one. I'm not gonna say. Never mind. I won't say anything.
I think one of them is one of them Ole Miss.
It's not.
Let me look up NCAA poll. Here we go. Okay.
The AP poll.
No, this is not last year's poll. Hold on, it's coming. All right. In the top 10 preseason ranked SEC.
And got to remember, this is Paul Feinbaum of SEC Network.
Oh, okay. Well, I think he thinks it's going to be Texas. And
he would never pick against the SEC, so you're wrong.
No. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. What did you say? Not SEC teams. So you're saying there are 2 teams in the top 10 that will end up not ranked. Okay.
Correct.
But they don't have to be SEC teams. Okay.
He would never pick again. He would rank all 10 SEC teams in the top 10.
Yeah, but I thought he would have a shit fit against Texas or something. No. Okay. Notre Dame and Michigan.
Michigan was one of them. He kind of said everything we said. I think he may have listened to our podcast. No explosive weapons, too much turnover on the offensive line. He doesn't like Sharon Moore. The noise outside the program is too loud. He thinks Michigan's a 7 or 8 win team. We said 8. I think you and I both agreed 8-4. So, SEC Network, have us on at any time. And then he also said Florida State, which is why it was in my group chat all day
just
today.
Barely hanging on. At 10, so
and it's because Paul Feinbaum just hates DJU. Said DJU's not a good quarterback, which I would agree. He's not a good quarterback, but he's not. But Florida State's way too talented to not end up ranked. I think Florida State will be 10-2, 9-3 because they play in the ACC, which is garbage town. But there's another team that caught my eye, and I wanted to ask you this. Penn State. We have not previewed them. But they are 8th in the country.
Yeah.
8th in the country. They play at USC, home to Ohio State, and that's it. Look at their schedule. You said you think Ohio State has the easiest schedule. Dude, Penn State by far.
Over under 9.5 wins. They start with West Virginia. At West Virginia.
10-point favorite. They'll win that game. West Virginia's bad. Their coach will get fired.
Connor Bazelak and the Bowling Green Falcons come to town. That's a win. Kent State's probably the worst team in the country. That's a win. Illinois win. UCLA win. At USC. I think that's a win. They got to go to Wisconsin. Right there, that kind of the game right before Ohio State comes to town.
Trap game, yeah.
Could be. You know, James Franklin's good for one slip up, and he's good for one win he's not supposed to have.
Which I think could be the USC game.
Could be the USC one. I think they lose to Ohio State. I think lose to Wisconsin. They beat Washington. They beat Purdue. Do they lose to Minnesota?
Not a chance.
Just a weird one though. You know what I mean? Like November 23rd in Minnesota. I don't think they're any good. Don't laugh at me when you hear this, but he's due for something, right? A slip somewhere. I don't know if Wisconsin I would consider much of a slip on the road. They beat Maryland at home. So, yeah, I think you're right around 9 or 10 wins, but I think they could get to 10-2 pretty easy.
And they're not good.
I'm
not a fan of Franklin or Alar, but
how
easy of a schedule. How easy of a schedule is that?
They got a lot of hype there. By the way, Quinshon Judkins against them in the Peach Bowl threw 106 yards on 34 carries. Not a great average, but 106 yards rushing against them. So I'm sure he'll do it again.
That's all I got. No more randos.
Cool. Thank God we can be done with Ohio State and Penn State, who I also don't like. Yeah, that's it.
I like Penn State because James Franklin's a joke, and their next prize QB stinks. They're fun to talk about.
Yeah, that would hurt Seth's feelings, though, so we can't.
He's not on.
We haven't pooped on Ohio State at all, or not Ohio State, Purdue.
Nope.
Which is weird for you. Okay. That's it. Be sure to check out the pod on Twitter and Instagram at Happy Hour IUFB. Be sure to rate and review on all of our platforms. Give us a follow. It's pretty easy. It doesn't cost you any money or anything. It's just kind of cool. And you guys will get updates on every time it gets posted. This will be posted fresh and early in the morning. Until then, I'm going to go have another drink. I've had quite a
you've earned one, sir. You've earned one.
We're empty.
Cheers.
So cheers it up. Later, guys.
See ya.
And gals.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.